What's up? What's going on? What's up, y'all? This is your boy Big Miz from the zoo, and I'm back with another story for y'all, man. Hold up. Yo, this story right here takes place in Fulton County Jail, man. And as y'all saw on the thumbnail, it says the Fulton County Boogey Man. It wasn't because this nigga was scary. He was bringing pain and havoc to the dorms or to people or nothing like that, man. This is when this Migo, I don't even remember what that man's name was. It was so long ago. When I was actual orderly, I was working there. I was doing time at the Fulton County Jail. And I got sentenced. And I was working downstairs on the first floor. And first I was working with a team. We sweeping, mopping different hallways and stuff like that, buffing and waxing and all that. And I had some Migos that was working with me. And I would notice, like, this one would be always like, we'll be going through the halls or whatever, be finished working, and he'll always like hold his nose and be like, boom, and blow real hard and blow snot on the wall, like, blah. You can hear it. It'd be thick, like that. And I'd be looking like, yo, damn. Like, and I started noticing that's how they was clearing their nose. Like, all of them. They'd be doing that. I'm like, oh shit. Like they blowing their brains out their nose. Like, it'd be a lot of stuff coming out their shit or whatever like that, man. And I remember me thinking like, yo, I need to get off this detail with them. Because I'm tired of them doing, they do that shit a lot. They be doing that shit on the floor, and do a hair splat the floor, bah! Like, bah! And they're like, yeah. And they think of it as nothing. I'm like, yo, these cats is mad disgusting. I'll be eating or something, and they'll be right next to me over there saying, and they'll be doing that shit. I was like, yo, I'm out there working staff dining. I'm about to try to get in staff dining and work over there. I start working my muscle to get over there, man. And I remember getting up that morning, happy as I don't know what, that I'm about to work at staff dining. Like, yeah, boy, I'm getting up early, but everybody else. And I see one of the Migos that be doing it the worst coming out at the same time. I'm like, yo, why is he up so early, man? Because we work night shift. What the fuck is he up for? I started going towards the door. The officer calling us to come out. And he's coming out too, right? But while we was walking down the halls, he was telling the officer, he was trying to tell him, like, he has a visit. He hasn't seen his family in a minute. He got a visit. He might gonna have to, like, stop working for a minute, go to his visit. Can he get sent back at a certain time? The officer Crump or whatever, he's like, yeah, whatever, man. Just, yeah, whatever, man. You coming to work. You came down here to work. We hired you to come down here to work. Right about no visits and all. Like, yeah, the officer was being real extra. Whatever. Like, I ain't understand all that extra ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to see your people, you want to see your people. That's simple. And that's very explainable. You know what I'm saying? I understood it to the fullest, because if I had people coming to see me at that time, I would want to see them too. Like, simple. But we was making all this stuff, these little omelets, pancakes, French toast, grits, waffles. We was making all this stuff for staff dining, stuff that we don't never get. We get all trash in Fulton County Jail. If you been there and you ate there, you know. Like, some of that stuff be rotten and everything, man. Like, it's unrecognizable type of food that we get to eat in the Fulton County Jail while we making these dudes, like, gourmet food and all that. And I remember Migo kept looking at the time on the wall. He looking here like, man, I gotta get out of here, man. Gotta get out of here, man. He keeps saying that. And then he started talking to Crump like, hey, can you send me back to the dorm, man? Send me. And Crump like, yo, you gonna have to wait, man. When I get time, I'll get to it. When you got time, man. He walk off. And we sitting there still making all these pans. We lining the pans up and all that, and putting these little burners, like a little light on the burners and whatever. We go and we sit down and we all talking and kicking it. And I remember one of the dudes was like, yo, what's up with Spanish bro, Migo? What's up with Migo right there? Shout out, look at Migo. And I looked over there, man. And this is how Migo got the name the Boogey Man, right? This man is over there, over these food pans, holding his nose and go and splat. I'm talking about, yo, oh my goodness. It was so much, like the first two pans, a lot of stuff blew out this man's nose. And he sticking the utensils in there, mixing stuff up and flipping over the pancakes and the waffles and stuff like that, so people wouldn't know. And I was like, yo, unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was like the nastiest sight. Like, there's certain levels that you go to, like, when it comes to nastiness and disrespect. Like, I don't know if that warranted that. I think he could have just walked and started pressing up on the man harder, like, yo, take me back, or I don't want to work, or something like that. Not blowing your bodily fluids through your nose and boogers and snot and stuff going into everybody's meal. That was the nastiest. And everybody looking, and you could tell on some of these cats' face, they wanted to tell. Like, some of these dudes been working down here staff dining for a minute. They love their job. They was ready to tell. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at them and all, I was like, yo, wow. And this dude, this Migo, is sitting up there, he's smiling and everything. And once the officers started talking, you could hear them coming down the hall. He done walked off and sat down or whatever. Now he ain't talking about going to no visitor night. He just sitting there smiling. And Crumping them is making their trays. And they putting syrup on their stuff and everything. They talking, they eating. And you can, like, some of the dudes, like, ain't even holding it in. They like, oh, ooh, shout it, damn, folks, ooh. Like, making all this noise, and the officers is looking over at us like, hell is wrong with them? Boom. Yumming. Eating all that, man. And I'm gonna say this, man. Like, if somebody would have told on him and he would have got his ass tore up in there, I would have had no qualms with it, man. Because that shit was nasty business. Like, you got yourself here. You know how they play. You know how it is. You're in Fulton County Jail. You know what I'm saying? Press up on the officers. Get your visit. And go ahead. Don't do nothing nasty like that. And already, like, I wasn't even used to seeing people clear their nose by just holding one and just blowing, like, loads of boogers and snot out at that time. And that's how I got introduced to it by the boogeyman. And that was nasty, man. Like, don't put yourself in predicaments where this can go down, because people will do that to you in your food and all that. Don't get it twisted. If they'll do it to an officer, they will definitely do it to an inmate without a shadow of a doubt, with no problems, man. I'm just asking y'all, please, stay out of harm's way, stay out of trouble, and stay out of these people's jails, man. Don't do nothing stupid in the streets and find yourself in somebody's county jail, prison, and chain gang, and mess around and get caught up with that boogeyman, that boogeyman. That shit is disgusting, my nigga. For real. Peace.